So if you take a look at this, I just took some plywood, and in one of them we'll try and put the knot of the wood into the art somewhere. But this is actually live speed, and what you're doing is you're testing the wood that you're using. So obviously, fir and pine wood are going to be softer so that you can burn through a lot quicker. And like we didn't have any hardwood here, we just had plywood and different types of plywood. So this is the one type that we had here. But it's live, and we've moved the screen away so that you can see it. Obviously, you could lower that down so there wouldn't be any danger. There's a ruler there, and on this particular laser that we had in stock, I think the whole thing is, can't see exactly, but around 250 millimeters to 300 millimeters, so about 12 inches wide. So if it's a little bit bigger, it'll take a little bit longer. Now, when you're done, you can always just leave it and go for a darker setting when you're doing it the first time and you don't know, or if you're not satisfied because this batch of wood is super hard. So that's done. And what we're doing now is a second run without moving it. I was just talking about that, where you'll see that the second time through it's burning deeper and it's making it darker because the dark color absorbs the heat and the fire of the laser more. You don't have to worry about starting a fire. There is the smoke that's vented out, and as I said, the hood is raised up so that you can actually see clearly. If it's down, there's a bit of reflection, it's harder to see, but normally you'd put that down and just slide the wood in. With regards to registration, at the end or at the beginning of any laser etch, there is a box being projected, a red box that covers the outside of whatever the art is. So whatever the shape is, it's boxed, and that enables you to center it or register it. So you could always just take a piece of masking tape and line it up using that. So if the person is, sometimes typical on the production line where they don't think, I don't know a nice way of saying that, then you can just give them a little jig or a tool where you have a cardboard that's cut out and sits inside the round thing or the square thing, and the cutout is where they line it up, and it's a little bit bigger, so they just center the space that's in there. So like I said, it's live, this is not sped up, and this is exactly what occurs when you're using the laser, and you're adjusting the power and the speed and the number of passes. So there's no right or wrong, there's just what your personal preference is in regards to what you like and what you think looks good. If you want to do grayscale and you want to do some different shading, then you could, for example, have done a different line width for the horse, or put a different pattern in for the laser to follow, and you get a different look, and that's kind of a cool effect to do as well. So with branding, traditional way, you've got all down burnt, and you've got to make some sort of mold or a die to be able to do that, and then heat it up. And here it's just a matter of artwork in 3 or 4 or 5 minutes, and then sending it to the laser and then letting it run. So there you go. Now it's a lot darker, and that's like 1/8 of an inch deep, and I think you just saw the red laser light there. There's another video coming up right after this.